stream, someone called in. I need to let everybody know, don't call between 3:30 and 5, because that's sort of like the times I'm going up. So let's do this again, because some of you are only going to see this for the first time. Drinks of the day to start things out. Diet Coke with Southern Girls Coke. Not sponsored. Why not Coke? And then, not sponsored. Don't know why. Come on, Lipton. This is their Lipton. This is brown tea. 0 sugar iced tea peach. Delish. Now let's talk about this. We need to start a hashtag. Hashtag sponsor her Lipton. Sponsor girl. Sponsor her Lipton. Hashtag Art Abandonment Adventures Lipton tea. They need to sponsor me. Come on. I'm showing off your drinks every day. Taking a drink, then a taste test, man. If y'all don't know, these are not my original chompers. And some words you just have a hard time saying. Taste test. If you do come in, don't forget to smash that like button. Let us know where you're in, that you're in here today with us, as we try to, I don't know, share some peace in the universe. MST time. This is week 2, so I have 3 more weeks before I start my 5th round. And you can hear the gravel, so I think doing those next 5 are going to be needed to get that gravel out. I had gotten so far, and then COVID took me back, and I hadn't had my MST, and using it, I really don't know if I would be where I'm at today from COVID. So that's that. I was talking about, before I lost the call, is I was talking to a friend of mine about what are my sayings are always straight during the live stream. There's 2, about my drinks and about happy abandoning. Everything I ever do, except Power Love, ends with happy abandoning. And if you asked why that is, why is happy abandoning something I use? And then I'll get back to what the shirt was. But if you ask me why I use happy abandoning, it is the giving things out in the world for people to find is one of the most highlight parts of my whole life. There's nothing like getting, hiding a piece and someone finding it and responding back. And when they respond back, they tell you their story. They tell you about what they did, what they saw, who they saw, where they found it, if there's something that came along. And so it's always happy abandoning, because it's fun happy abandoning. But then there's Power Love, and I do not use happy abandoning on that. I use never forgotten, because that's what that's about. If it's a family member that you're honoring, you're saying you never forget them. If it's someone that led the world, or a particular illness that we're paying homage to those survivors, then they're never forgotten. And lastly, if it's someone that has died during a mass casualty event, they're never forgotten. So that's the reason Never Forgotten comes out. Now, the other thing that never comes out is the drink. And that's and I show this and go, hey, Lipton, why aren't you sponsoring me? Come on, sponsor me. And I go, hashtag sponsor her Lipton tea. Hashtag art abandonment Lipton tea. So I don't even put them in my thing. But I should. Those should be in my thing every day. But when I was talking to a great friend of mine today, might know him as Space for Three, DJ Tuning, who names you'll know him by. He said I should use hashtag support her Lipton tea on the front as a shirt. And I got to thinking, I'll put that on the front, and on the back I'll put hashtag art abandonment Lipton tea. So maybe baseball caps, hashtag YouTube, hashtag sponsor her Lipton tea. And I'm like, where all this coming from? I'm going around, somebody sees a hat and goes, oh, that is just hilarious, and they do it. Their shirt. Oh my God. And it's got a second message on the back. I got to do that hashtag. You can fix it like it's curl Q, so they only have to touch curl Q to send it. The boxes. Just fix it like that on the bottom. All they have to do is scan the bottom of your shirt, and it already takes it to hashtags. That would just be hilarious. I don't know if I'll do it, but it would depend on you guys. Depending on you guys, I want to tell you what's coming up this week and what I've done. The weekend was kind of rough. Yesterday, didn't do a live stream. I went and laid down and just stayed down. It was what I call a not comfortable night. I was asleep. You can still see I'm tired. I just had a rough night, 2 nights in a row sleeping. Hopefully tonight I'll get my medicine when I need it, and I can go to bed and not have any distractions. So that's what I'm working on. So that's, my voice is a little gravelly, and if I'm drinking a little bit more, it's because of that. Secondly, on the ball, on things, we went to therapy this morning, had physical OT. OT was a research, so they gave me 4 more weeks. Maybe in 2 to 3 I'll be discharged, which is really great, but right now I'm suspected to be at 4 weeks. Then tomorrow, I think, is my research in PT, and hopefully it gets restarted as long as OT. I'm getting there, but I'm just not quite there. And having that extra, 20 sessions, 20 times 2, 40 sessions over the next 4 weeks would help a lot. Get me back, and when I move out, I'll be more independent on myself for some things. A lot of things there still aren't. And one day I'll explain all that when it comes closer to me getting the apartment, or once I get to the apartment. That might be great vibes. Now, the other thing I want to talk to y'all about is something that I'm making. And right now I'm making the first one. I gotta tell you this first. My computer might have crashed. If it has, I don't know how I'm going to replace it. I'm looking at trading in the phone I have that's extra for an iPad 12, and I think I can use the iPhone 12 to charge. Or since I'm not paying anything for this phone or service, I got someone I want to send it to so that they can have a good phone. And then if they wanted to keep the number that's there, that's fine. And all they would have to do is eventually, if they felt like it, they can make payments to me, or they could just have the free phone with the free service, which I'm pretty cool with this person. So that's is number one. So if my computer is at 42 scanning and fixing, I don't know why it's doing it. It just is. So hopefully when I get back, it's done and I don't have to do anything extra. But what I'm planning on, and I started one last night, I got 7 books. And I don't know if you've heard of coffee table books. These are books where an artist makes a book and you just set it on your table. And people can pick it up and look at artwork. You can do it in a business. You can do it at your own table. They're great they were used for like conversation starters. So the one book that I'm working on is I did a bunch of photographs. And I took sayings that matched the photographs and incorporated them into my photographs. And so they're like photographs with sayings. So I took my best 50 shots and sayings, and I'm going to make a book with those first. So you'll have 50 of my photographs in one book. I will make it where it's trademarked, so it'll say somewhere in there 10. Because I don't want people to copy them. That would be devastating to my heart. But that's one. The second book I'm going to make is for the joy of abandoning, and that started really before the YouTube channel. And what I did is, goodness gracious, I don't know how many pieces I did. I probably did 1,000 or more on that happy abandoning, and it's some of my best character painting. So I might do just a whole book of character painting that came from the Joy of Abandon series. So that's the second book. The third book is going to be the Art Abandonment Adventure series, and I'm going to just take all the pictures from then and take them and organize them into a little or hardcover book. No, to a hardbound book. And there's less pictures, so it'll work really good with that. So I'm doing that. Then I'm taking, after I do that, the third one is going to be the Joy of Abandonment series. Now, the big thing on the Joy of Abandonment, one thing has never been delivered. And I'm going to take it out, modify it, and use it in the studio. It matches my dog. It's a good 2.5 feet tall. And they spin opposite of each other. So you can spin them opposite either direction. So it spins, and it's cake layers. No, it's cake layers, and the bottom spins. So you can see it all, and it just spins, and it's got lights entangled through it, and it looks like a topper, and it just looks like a 3-layer tier cake. It's beautiful. And so I think I'm going to end up using it and still send it back. Because by the time I went to see it and send it to the creator that it was going to, there was an issue with YouTube, and they kind of left YouTube. And this was a real dedicated piece to them. I knew they would love it, but because of what happened to them with YouTube, I just don't want to bring this piece into their life. So I'm going to take the pictures from that, and I'm going to include those. The cassettes came with Joy of Abandoning. The animals came with Joy of Abandoning. So there's a lot that went with the Joy of Abandoning. So I'm going to be taking those. I'm going to be taking and doing a book on Joy of Abandoning. and Happy Abandoning and Art Abandonment Adventures. And then I think I'm gonna do my photo book, The Sands. Oh, cool. Hi, Foxy Wolf. Just talking about the books I'm making, and I'm got 7 in my mind. If I can get the computer that possibly crashed, I don't know. My computer may have crashed. I don't know. Some reason when I turned it on, it said scanning and repairing drive D, which I think is your main drive. And it's at 42%. It's been there for like 20 minutes. So I left. I couldn't take it anymore. I've got it put on my bed far enough back that weekend turned out good. I rested a lot yesterday. Saturday, I was real productive, did some fun things. I think you were in on my live stream Saturday when I made the 3D art piece with the fish. That was Saturday. Worked a little bit hard that day. Or maybe it wasn't Saturday, maybe it was Friday. Anyhow, rested yesterday. Really, really rested yesterday. How was your weekend? So, I do have ideas for a couple merchandise. I've got my logo. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's 3 A's in 3 different colors, and they're in a paint palette. I think I'm going to make either pocket t-shirts to have that, or hats, or water bottles. Or you could get either one of them with that logo. And then I'm thinking about making some stickers so I can start including them in with things that I abandoned. So, because there's a lot of people that do collect stickers. And I thought I would start doing that. I'm getting in 2 new sets of business cards. I am purchasing my gimbal tomorrow. Yes. I'm so stoked. Been looking at them. I'm getting the DJI OMS 5. I looked at the 3. The 5's an improvement, and I don't want to go. I just want to go on with the top one, which is about $25. Than the 5 is. So I'm ordering that tomorrow. It comes with a case, so I don't have to worry about that. I think it comes with a case. Have you tried, I know it sounds inhumane, have you tried one of the electrical fences? I wonder if that would keep him in the yard. I think it might be something to try out, Foxy Wolf. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh yeah, I'm so stoked about the gimbal. What happened was, I sold the car, and there was money going boom boom every which way, and I ended up with a couple $100. And so I can buy my gimbal. Sided clap. So I'm gonna do my gimbal, and then I might try to I want to order the business cards, see if anybody wants any of the other logo stuff. Then I'm going to so I'm doing those 2 things. I'm getting me a water bottle with my logo. I'm getting my dad a hat with the logo. I thought he would like the hat, and I know I thought about the shirt, but I might end up with the shirt and the water bottle, but I really need a water bottle, and I'd rather get a water bottle with my logo than anybody else's. It's one of those metal ones. And I do think I'm going to print some stickers. I think people like the stickers, and so I'm really seriously thinking about doing this. So, I mean the stickers, not the scissors, the stickers. And then, so those are merchandise that you get. They'll be done at each, or if I'm able to buy some together, they'll be cheaper. I don't plan on making money on them. It's just a way of sharing the channel. So that's one thing I'm going to do. The second thing I'm going to do, besides those pieces, is I would suggest it. Oh, that's why he's getting free then. He was using it, and then the board went down, and he didn't know his stand in place. That makes sense. That makes sense, Foxy. Is probably what's happening. Is he didn't have the limitations like he used to have. So anyhow, I am going to be making the table books, and I already know who I'm going to send one of the copies. There's like going to be 7 books to collect, and I've got moderators and both Instagram and YouTube and very close family member that I'm going to send one book to each one of them, and so that they can kind of see what the books are. Again, not working on getting money, but getting my art out there. So 2 will be photography. 1 will be a painting. So that's 3. And 4 will be just, I'm trying to decide if I want one to be the power of love, one to be art abandonment adventures, one joy of abandonment, and one, give me a second, I'll think of the term. Where I'm, what do you call it? When you're helping a group, like you're helping Minnie Wachoni in Standing Rock. I can't think of what you call it. It's where you're helping somebody, and you're like petitioning groups and stuff. I had to believe the term passed me, but I'm thinking about doing that. So I would have 2 photo books, a power of love, the joy, a photo book, sayings, the 3 collections, 1 photo book, the 3 collections, power of love, then my holidays, and then do one that is the other. I can't think of the term. Somebody might be able to give me the term that I'm not thinking. One way I'm scattered brain is I did get effects from believe it or not. Another effect was that I have some short-term memory, and so activism. My activism book, which I wasn't overt. I just basically supported this or supported that or brought it up to attention. Not necessarily, this is what I'm wanting you to do, but mainly like Minnie Wachoni and looked that up. I didn't say supported, I didn't say anything. It just said Minnie Wachoni. And then, which is water is life. And life is water. It's the same how precious water is to our consumption. So many Wachoni. And so those were my first activism. And I did one on religious freedoms, um, human rights, gastroparesis awareness. I did several gastroparesis awareness because that's my illness. I did GLBTQIA question mark, whatever other symbols they want to use now. So that did trans awareness, did all different kinds of Muslim awareness, Jewish awareness, Hispanics, just as anybody was getting kicked, like Black Lives Matter, anything was getting kicked. I would just like put it out there, and it was a way of making you think about it. What are we saying at this moment? You are convicted to make a decision: stand or not stand, go against or don't go against. It's up to you. And so that's the way my activism is. I'm not beating you down with a stick. I just putting it out there. You can look at it and go, oh, I hadn't thought about that, or I hadn't realized how that was, or I didn't even know the term Winnie-Wachoni. Now I'm hunting for that term and going, ooh, what is a standing rock, and what did they do, and follow all that. So that was my activism. So I would have a total of 7 books. 4 are leather, 3 are hardback. I know one of the hardback books I've already got almost done. It's the one with the sayings. Like I said, the computer crashed, so hopefully I didn't lose what all I'd been working on for the last 2 days. Because that's what I did yesterday. I worked real long on the pictures that were the sayings, make sure that it was all written out right, and that it was still like really adjust the color. Missed you, but I think I got you before you did it all. I'm just not even cool. I don't need anybody to come in here and go off. I'm not doing that. I just put stuff out there in the world. So don't come in here going off on me. The biggest thing I'm doing right now is nursing home awareness. And if you can't understand that there are different people out there, it's probably in the channel for you, because I'm just a very peaceful person. Everything I do is peaceful. I'm not trying to cause any kind of trouble. It just totally upset me. So I'm sorry if you're watching this later. Hopefully that hides it and you don't have to even experience that particular troll. And I don't know why they thought they could troll me. Yeah, hopefully I did it right. I'm the calmest person on the internet. Why would you go after me? So anyhow, and I know you've gotten it, Foxy. I'm just like, I don't even want you to finish spelling out the word. I heard there was a new guideline. If you tried to do someone 3 times in one row in the comment section, that if they're bad comments, they would delete them, and that's the reason he was spelling it out a letter at a time, because he could have been, yeah, I'm coming back down. So how do you feel about the books? Would you enjoy getting one of these table books? Oh, I want to do one. It was the paintings, the pictures, the three main adventures, Power of Love, and actually, I'm so confused because I'd rather do, I don't know if I want to do a holiday hunt or the spreading, and it'll be three collections, the paintings, I might come back and do the Power of Love later because it's not that kind of, it would take a lot to get that book ready, and I would really want to, like, do multiple ones of that book, so I probably would not do that one right now because I wouldn't know what pieces not to show. So the painting book, yeah, true. I'm not gonna let it bother me. So I'm gonna do a painting, my photography book, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna do art abandonment, um, the joy of abandoning. The other, it was a different collection. I can't remember what the other collection is. And the joy of abandoning will have a new picture new images no one ever seen of an art piece. One of my biggest ones ever. And so that would be 5. Then I would do one on the holiday hunt, and then I would have another book that I could play around with. So it would be a total of 7 books. And what we would basically do is I would send them out and let different people, like my dad gets first choice. And then I have some friends that get second choice. And then I'm going to give it out to my moderators. They're the ones that come in. And they're the ones that you get it. So that's what I'm looking at doing. So it's a lot of fun. I just encourage everyone to let me know if you would be interested in the books. I would probably try to, after I do them, kind of give an example of what's in the book and then let people enjoy it. I don't want to go through every image because you can't enjoy the book if I do that. But I'm going to let you all choose the books, and then the other book will, like, all 7 will be available for people to get, but I'll give them one. I'm going to give them one of each, like one of every book of the 7 books will be released. So there'll be 7 new books in this series, and everybody gets one. Does that make sense? So say you got the paintings and you decide you want the photos, then you could buy the photo one. That way, because I'm going to have to pay for the book and I am going to have to pay for shipping. So if you wanted more books, you would be paying extra for the art. You just pay what the book is and the shipping. So someone told me you drop a 5 in it or something, but I don't think I'll do that. You just buy the book and I'll fix it and ship it out to you. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Because I always wanted to have a coffee table book, and now I have enough artwork to do a coffee table book and make it a nice coffee table book. So let me know what you think if you'd be interested in a coffee table art book. So, looks like I'm going to turn my chair a little bit. They haven't opened the door yet, so I can still chat a little bit longer. So, something I was going to talk about today that's beside all of that. So we got all of that behind us. Now, what I want to talk about was what I call the good news of the day. So here's the two good news. Tomorrow, I go for a appointment at an apartment complex, and I have an hour and a half interview kind of thing where they check me out, they take me tour the apartment, and I'm hoping they have one available because I get to jump the line a little bit. So one good thing of the day. Number two, I got extended in my occupational therapy and my physical therapy. Yay! Number three, I get my eyeglasses on Thursday. Do the test in my eyes, get my eyeglasses, because I haven't had the eyeglasses since the fire when I lost them. And that was one of the things that was kind of hard to lose and be out of, was my glasses. And I've been in the hospital, so I haven't been able to get glasses. So they're coming in here and I'll get glasses. Yes. Tomorrow I get to spend some time with my dad. That's the fourth positive of the day. The fifth positive of the day is I had a very good, what I call, investment in my life. And that's getting the gimbal and working on getting a couple other my business cards and stuff. So that's 5 positives of the day. And the 6th positive is about you guys. Thank you for being supportive, hanging out, watching these videos, watching me do whatever I come up with. You are my friends, my family. And so I'm appreciative of that. Thursday, if they have orientation, I'll be going into orientation and doing my little 3-minute spill, which is kind of nice to let people know what they're getting into. Then I don't think there's any else coming along. I'm just so stoked about the Kimball. I don't even know how to put that in perspective. Hopefully Hokey gets staying in the yard. I am going to call it, go down to my room, and probably call it at night, get some rest. Hopefully my computer is starting work when I get back in there. If not, I'm luckily have someone here that worked on computers at the Navy, and he repaired them. And maybe I can show him what it's doing and he can recover it if it doesn't recover on its own. So, until next time, you remember that you're special. Think of the positives every day. And remember always, happy abandoning.